अल्फा अल्फा एजुकेशन का सबसे उज्जवल दीप, यहाँ हंसते खेलते बने फ्यूचर सुरक्षित। अल्फा के छांव तले शिक्षा की लहर चले, कुछ कर दिखाने का सपना हर स्टूडेंट में पले। एजुकेशन का सबसे उज्जवल दीप,
अल्फा विद्या संकुल, जहां हर स्टूडेंट को मिले एक ब्राइट फ्यूचर।
Hello students, welcome to the online classes of Alpha Vidhya Sankul. Today's topic is from grammar. The name of the topic is the formation of the formation of negative and interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence. First of all, I will take the formation of negative. Students, as we know that you have already learned about this. Okay, that is good. Well, today I'll give you more details about how to form the negatives. The first of all, usually we form and make negatives from what? From affirmative sentence to negative, usually by keeping we use no and not. Usually we use no or not to make what? Negative sentences. Okay. But how to make this negative sentence? Suppose, for example, if your examples is here, here is the affirmative sentence is here. I am happy. Then how can we make in negative sentence? And we, if want to make negative sentence, I am not happy here. And this is what? This is what? Affirmative. And this is what? Negative. And the next is he will go. Then this is affirmative. And negative, he will not go. Here it becomes what? Negative. Here we have to understand here not and not. We apply not just after the what? The auxiliary verbs. Just after the auxiliary verbs, we put not here. So we have to know the table of the auxiliary verbs. In the previous videos, I have explained about the auxiliary verbs. If this is the primary auxiliary or model auxiliaries, whatever, if we find any auxiliary verbs in the sentence, we have to put just not after the auxiliary verbs. More examples I'll give you here. 3. They are playing. And this is affirmative. And now you see, here is the what? Here is the auxiliary verb is here. So we have to put just after are, we have to put not. They are here not playing. Like that. And this is the negative sentence. And we can do many examples like this. This is the number 4. We sell it. Then what is there? This is affirmative. And the auxiliary verb is here. We sell not it. And now it becomes negative. So it is very easy way to form what? From affirmative to negative. But there are different verbs. You will find some verbs. You will find some verbs. For them we have two ways. Two ways. And such verbs are here. I'm giving you. They are the have verbs. What? Have verbs. See, if the have verb is used as a main verb, that time we have two ways. Now you know that here I can say I have car. I have car. Then this is what? Affirmative. It is what? Affirmative. Then if we want to change into negative, we can say here I have not car. Here students, this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. It should be what? Only what? I have no car. And it becomes negative sentence. It becomes negative sentence. Here we don't use not. We have to use no. But this is not the end of the answer. We have another option. What we have another option by using at the time, but we have to use what? Do, does, or did. We have to use this do verb. Do, does, did. By using this, we can make how? I. This is the what? It is the present. Then we have to use do. You can say I do not have car. It is also negative sentence. It is also negative sentence. But the choice is yours. Which one you like? If you want this, you can do. If you want, this is. Okay. But I'm giving you the message, the informations. We have two ways from changing from affirmative to negative. Such type of sentences with have verb as a main verb. Now I can say another example is he had balls. Then you can say he had no balls. Very simple, by using no. And this is what? Affirmative. And this is what? Negative. And the second way, here we have to use our common sense. This is the present or past. It is the past. For the past, the verb is the past. We have to use did. How can you make this? He did not. Here we have to use did not. Here we have to use do not. Here we have to did not, because this is the past. He did not have. And the past form comes in the what? The base form means the V1. Balls. He did not have balls. And the example number 3. Ram has books. Very simple. Then how can you make Ram has no books here. Okay. And this is affirmative. And this is what? Negative. Ram. Here we have to use, for the third person singular number, we have to use does. Ram does not have books. And this is also the another form of the what? Negatives. You see, we have learned the two ways of changing from affirmative to negative. The first one we learn about by using not. How we use it? Not is used, and just after the auxiliary verb. Then here for the have verb we use no, and we have two ways. The next is for the imperative sentence. For the imperative sentence, and this time we have to use a different way. This is not different way, but the way of doing is something different. Here see, for the imperative sentence, for the imperative sentences, we have to put what? See, the first one is go there. Go there. And if we try to want to sense into negative sentence, we have to put what? Do not or don't. So you can say, you have to put here, do not go there. Okay. The next is run fast. This is the imperative sentence. Then do not run fast. And we can say here also, in place of do not, you can say don't. Don't run fast. Don't run fast. This is also. And this is what? Affirmative. And these are what? Negative. And these are very simple. And the next is, many times our concept is that the formation of negative is using no or not. Okay, but there are some sentences we can make without no or not to form the negative. For example here, see, I tell a lie. Then we can make like this: I never tell a lie. Here, student, this is the affirmative sentence. This is what? This is the affirmative. And this is what? Negative. This is negative. But without the no and not, without the no or not also, we can make this negative sentence. See, he is able to sing properly. Here this is what? Affirmative. This is affirmative sentence. Then now I will make this sentence without no or not. I can make, see, he is unable. Able change into unable to sing what? He is unable to sing properly. Properly. Now it becomes negative sentence. Negative sentence. Okay. But students, I explain you about that. For the formation of the negative sentence, we use what? Not or no. And not just after the auxiliary verbs. Do you know? There are two tenses. There are two tenses having no auxiliary verbs. And for these sentences, many students, many times, they confuse themselves. Okay? They are confused about this. I told you how many sentences? Two sentences. They do not have what? Auxiliary verbs. You see, I'm going to tell you here. The first is simple present tense. I know you have learned this about this tense. What is the formula of this? Subject plus V1. V1 means present form, the base form of the verb. Here, we will not find any auxiliary verb. But how can we sense? And this time, students, I'll giving you examples here. Here, I eat a ripe mango. A ripe mango. Yes, this is what? Affirmative. If we want to sense into negative, what I explained that we have to use not just after the auxiliary verb. But here is no auxiliary verbs. And what to do? What shall we do now? This time, don't forget, for the simple present tense, we have to use do or what? Does. And this is the rules. Don't forget, remember. Okay? We have to use this. I eat a ripe mango here. I do not eat a ripe mango. Now it becomes negative sentence. See how I make this sentence. This is the verb is the present form, and we have to use what? Do not. Or what? Does not. Okay. Here it is the present. I use do not. Then you may ask, sir, why don't you use does not? Because does not is for the third person singular number. Now I'll give you example here. When and where we have to use Rani sings a song. Now we can see very clearly here. You have, when we find out the verbs, at the end of the verbs, you will find S, sure. You will find S. Because this is the word, the third person singular number. And we have to put S at the end of the verb. Sings, runs, plays, eats, writes. Okay, like that. So here, at the time, we have to use this does not. Okay? Rani does not sing a song. But one note. Here the sing S is here, but here there will be no S. If you put S, this is wrong and it should be removed. Okay, and now this is the correct. Rani does not sing a song. So, in this way, we can make the sentences from affirmative to negative. From affirmative to negative for simple present tense. This is not the end of the examples. We have thousand examples. Now you see, we run fast. Then what will be here? Do not or does not. I told you, for the does not, you have to say it. It should be the subject should be the third person singular number. And at the end of the verb, there will be S. No, there is no S. So, there is no chance of using this does not. And the answer is do not. We do not run fast. Okay. And more examples are for you make a toy. Here also, you is not third person singular number. Now you know there is no S, so there is no chance of using the does not. And the right answer is do not. You do not make a toy. Okay. And the last, I'll say, she cooks food. Here, you know, she is the third person singular number. And actually, we know that here is also S is here. So, she cooks means, and which one is the right option? Do not or does not. The option is what? Does not. She does not what? Cook food. Here. Then, for the simple present tense, now I'll make you for the simple past tense. How to make this past tense? The rule is here, simple past, V2. Here is V2 is here. How can you make this? See, V2. I went yesterday. Here. Then how can, this is the affirmative. This is the affirmative. And how can we use? For the past tense, we have to use what? Did. Did not, we have to use. Students, for forming negative, we have to use did not. So, I did not go yesterday. Yesterday. Here it becomes what? Negative. And here I want to make you clear, very clear-cut idea when. Here the verb is in the past form, but we have to sense in the base form. Base form means V1. And we cannot, if you write here went, then that is wrong. Okay, and go. I did not went, wrong. I did not go. So, this is wrong answer and go is the right answer. I did not go yesterday. And one more. He wrote a letter. Here. It is a past, then we have to use did not. He did not wrote, and base form is B1 is right. He did not write a letter. Now this is the way we have to form for the simple past tense from affirmative to negative. The next is for the what? For the interrogative sentence. How to form the interrogative sentence? This is very simple. If you have the idea of changing this negative, then for the interrogative sentence, this is very simple. See, I am happy. I am happy. And this is interrogative. This is what? This is interrogative. Interrogative sentence. No, it is interrogative. No, this is what? This is affirmative. This is the affirmative sentence. This is what? Affirmative sentence. If we want to change this affirmative sentence into the what? Into the interrogative sentence, we have to do what? If we find the auxiliary verbs, the subject and the auxiliary verb, their place will be changed, interchanged. This am will come, then I will be here. Very simple, you see. Am come here, am. Then I will be here, and the remaining words, whatever it may be, adjective above, whatever, then you put, and you have to put the interrogation mark. What? Am I happy? This is finished. And this is what? Interrogative sentence. What? Interrogative sentence. This is, see, number 2. He was playing Here also, how we sense this also, you sense was come here, was, and he comes here, he playing. Was he playing? And don't forget to put the what? Question marks. And this is the way we have to sense. The same way I told you uh, about these simple present tense and simple past tense. For the simple present tense, simple present tense, for the simple present tense, how can we do this? So, I'll give you example. Ras buy a car. And if we want to interchange the auxiliary verb and the subject, but there is no auxiliary verb, there is no auxiliary verbs, then what to do? What to do? Here, buys. Ras buys a car, and there is, at the time we have to use what? Do or does. And you have to think here, here is the do or does. If it is the here and here is, you have to imagine, you have to imagine yourself. Here is, it is here, buys, you have to think here is does. And here. So this does will come here. Does, and this ras come here. Ras buy a car. Okay? Now again, I play chess. Here. Then there is no auxiliary verb. You have to say this is the simple present tense. And you have to think here is do or does. And you have to think here is what? Do. So this do come here. Do. And this I come here. I play chess. And what? Question mark. In this way, we have to sense the simple present tense affirmative sentence from affirmative sentence to what? Interrogative sentence. This is the way. And this is for the simple present tense. And for the simple past tense, we have to use this. This is the simple past tense. And for the past tense, we have to use what? Did. So, let me write here, example. We came late. And how can we send this, students? How can? So, this is the what? This is the verb, and you have to think here. Came change into what? Did come. And you have to play this game in your mind. So, we came means we did come. So, you need not to write here. You can do on the drop page. So, this did will come here. Did, and we come here. We, and this came change into come. Come late. See, did we come late? Okay. Number 2. They work hard. Then the same way here, we have to play the game here, imagination. What? What means what? Did work. This past form we have to change into the present form. So this did will come here. Did they work hard? And question marks, the interrogation question marks. So this is the way we have to sense from affirmative sentence to what? Negative sentence. This is called the formation of this interrogative sentence. So for today, let me sum up today's lecture. See you on the next video. Thank you all.